starting your journey to financial freedom. Now, you're listening to the New Investor Podcast.
This is the Young Investor for the New Investor Podcast. I have made another injection in my capital for investments yesterday. I created a few months ago a black box on the side, which I kept feeding with the leftover cash accumulated from further savings. In other words, I created savings from my savings, which may sound like a stretch, but I can assure you that building wealth will become routine for you once you have established that ecosystem around yourself supporting this type of lifestyle. And I'm looking at reaching 15% of my holdings, which can be immediately turned into cash for when the opportune time comes on the markets. So what is important to me at this stage is to keep my eyes on my yearly target and use every available avenues and resources to achieve it. There is no other way. It is called determination. And I am now getting closer to reaching my $100,000 milestone, which by my estimates will be possible as of January 2020. And believe me, this requires tremendous amount of discipline. And I have no idea at the beginning of the year that when I set this target that I would be starting a side venture. And believe me, such comes at a cost. So I diverted some of my investments for that project. So my side venture expenses will now need to be managed as I have no revenue. So it will therefore be important to focus efforts into the essentials first. And the strategy at this stage is to grow awareness about the brand I'm trying to create. And it will need to essentially focus first on the quality of the product to ensure it reaches a higher level, something I will be working on this season too. And I will start by the quality of the audio, which you should be witnessing right now. I have just started, by the way, to work with a real artist, Emmy, the show's sound engineer. And as you probably already know, I am a hotelier, so I manage 2 luxury hotels in Asia, and focusing on my guest is of the utmost priority. And I will ensure I do not compromise on quality and integrity, meaning no money will ever be made at the expense of these 2 fundamentals of excellence that I uphold dearly. So the second point I would like to focus on, and I am focusing on heavily at the moment, is marketing. And I will continue to grow my Instagram account. That is the focus I have at the moment, and ensure I consistently maintain the highest audience quality score. I will use no shortcuts, believe me about that, which currently, actually the audience quality score of Hype Auditor currently stands at 95 out of 100 for @New Investor Podcast. And this is important as this is a mark of quality. And I would like to reach 100,000 followers with the same quality score and also keep a high engagement rate. And I truly enjoy replying to all comments and getting in touch with you, as well as being selective in terms of whom I would associate myself with, as young and new investors deserve to receive the best support on their journey to financial freedom. Period. Now, I would like to do a shout out here to Rui from Rui Digital, who is an amazing creator and gatekeeper of my Instagram account. He's doing a fantastic job. So these are the short, medium actions I'm currently taking. And I guess these can be true whenever you decide to develop your passion project into a business to consume a venture. Think quality of the product, make sure you continuously improve it, and ensure you drive attention to your brand through marketing efforts. No better way to do that than building a presence online. So I am focusing on Instagram, but I know for a fact that this is far from being enough. Your online presence must touch every social media platforms out there where you can put out some content. So I recently put out a poll on Instagram and simply asked the question, have you started your journey to financial freedom yet? So far, I got more than 1,300 views, and 54% of the voters have not yet started their journey. So I guess I will still be around for a while. Have a fantastic and productive weekend ahead. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and I really hope that it brings you some additional support on your own journey towards financial freedom. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss an episode, and looking forward to your DM and follow on Instagram at New Investor Podcast. In the meantime, stay invested, be patient, and keep playing the long-term game.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.